So I woke up not feeling well, not sick, but just not feeling well because I was full of shit. And now I'm a lot less full of shit. So I see the beauty community been watching my videos again. I mean the major brand beauty community. And so now they have hair dye for your roots only. That should have been a thing. I mean, they have the root rescue, I think, and that's like temporary. But they needed to, first of all, you have a whole dye kit, and you know, in the first place, the industry was set up so that you have to keep coming back and getting a whole ass kit. Or your hair is long, so you have to buy 2 of them to do your whole head. Well, I take that back, because if your hair is long enough, you can just buy a new one and just do your roots with that. But then that's going to cost you the price of what it costs to do your whole head. Anyway, the point was, if you convince bitches to dye their hair, and you say over processing is unhealthy for your hair, why wouldn't you come up with a root only solution? A permanent solution, one that you don't have to redo every time you wash your hair. I'll wait. I can't even take credit for brilliance on that one, because on that one, that's just common sense. And it should have been common sense decades ago. But they finally got on, I guess they've been watching my videos because they got on board, and now there is such an item that exists. I just want something on my lips now so that y'all don't have to suffer the crust. Ooh, that's the backward skate dance. I should be skating today. Now changing to not with the dip, y'all. All right, okay. Your way. Put a love in the air. Here's my green juice. Can you see? Layers, right? These are the green veggies, and this is apple and grape. I'ma give you that. I'm married, y'all. I'm entitled to that. I bet, honey. Crap. Everybody, See the ends? I should have curled them. Oh, I guess it don't make that much difference, huh? So when I put it in my plait twist tonight, I'm gonna just put it in 4 plait twists, period, and curl the ends with those rollers. I might start getting some green grapes to go in these or green apple. Whatever it is, it's gonna be green on green. On green on green. So, I guess we're gonna find out if this is what helped me go to the bathroom a plethora of times. Since I'm gonna mention it, let's do a little TMI. Is it just me, or do you have back pains? It's not exactly a cramp, but they're back pains when you have to poop. I just now noticed this in the last year or two. Like when I've had times where I've needed to go, and then I drank prune juice or did whatever I needed to actually go, because I actually have a couple of things now that apparently work. You know, some people get gas pains here. Maybe they're gas pains, and I don't realize it. In your back. Because I've kind of looked at the biology of it, and I'm neither science nor doctor, but I looked at the biology of it, and I wonder if those gas pains don't manifest themselves in our backs. I want to say as we age, but maybe it's always been that way, and I just never noticed, because I've never been a pooper. I've never been a regular pooper. Anyway, I noticed that when I lay in the bed, on my back specifically, while I'm waiting to have to go. You know, most people lay on their stomach or whatever. But I'll lay on my back. And specifically, I might even put a neck pillow. Because I got fatter and I didn't want to wear it because I'm fat. Look at that. That gotta go. And I'm saying these 60-year-old bitches get down on their fitness. I need to join the club. I need to. And at least I got a history on how it's done. I know what needs to be done. And I need to be disciplined. Why? Why do we get that way we get old? Anyway, I didn't have none of that before. But anyway, so I lay on my back, and I might even put like I got way too many neck pillows. And plus this opens up. This is a cheap one. It's got like beanbag beans in it. And I have another one like this that got the Canada flag on it. This is my luxury one. And it's got like a cover attached to it already. I'll snap here and take it out of its own cover. And there. Oh, I can show you that. Memory foam. But I don't want to tear any seams, so I'm going to cut it along the... Not to be removed under penalty of law except by consumer. I never did get that. Has anybody ever gone to jail for removing bedding linen tags? They said under penalty of law. There you go, Becky. You can call the police on us for removing bed linen tags. See? New opportunity to participate in the genocide on us. You're welcome. Under penalty of law, this tag not to be removed except by the consumer. And they added in recent decades, except by the consumer, because they used to say not to be removed under penalty of law, period. But maybe that was a time when you could resell bed. I don't know. I'm doing too much to show y'all this. So I'll lay on the bed, semi on my back / side with this here. And the pressure today is sometimes it is, sometimes it's either side. But today it's this side. So I'll lay like this for a while, semi on my kind of on my back / side, and I also breathing that I learned in yoga. It'll be the lion's breath without the super heavy exhale. I'll slow and deep inhale, and then I'll same again, exhale, slow, deep, in through the nose and out through the mouth, and eventually everything will collect. It feels like it's collecting in there, and then eventually it'll start to work itself out. And when it starts to work itself out and be ready to exit the premises, then I'll come to the bathroom and 100% of the time use this. I don't know about that, girl. That was the one thing that we saw on Shark Tank, that as soon as they came out and said what they were doing, and Mr. was like rolling his eyes, I was like, you can roll your eyes if you want to. That right there, that's it. That's a product. That's a product, and they should ball out on it. They could be millionaires, I'm telling you right now. Because I know in other countries, I know in India, I know in China, I know how they go to the bathroom, and it's supposed to be beneficial to their whole gastrointestinal system. They squat to the ground, bitch. Like, they don't have toilets, like we just sit and spoil ourselves while we're fucking up our whole insides. But they actually squat in the position that, look it up. And that's supposed to be the best way to shit. And I always believe, I didn't never not once need to be convinced that was the best way to shit. Because if everybody always pushing their stomach and stuff, then why wouldn't? And then bending your knee, and then you're also bending your knees in such a way that everything, your colon can curve in just the right way for everything to come out completely. And I bet you that also minimizes chances of colon cancer. I bet you, but it's also great for colon cancer prevention as well. I bet you it is. Everything you want in a box to the left, in the closet, that's my stuff. Yes, if I bought it, please don't touch it. Let me call you a cab, bitch. The only thing about songs like that, man hating, standing her ground and putting him in check. We all forget about the fact that, bitch, you chose him. You gonna find another him in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute. So you done already got one just like him to replace him. How about you take your time and improve your choices first, and then go find his replacement, and make it be a replacement that's totally not like him. So you don't make the same mistake twice. But I get it. He was putting you on the phone. You was a true. She's singing real hard. Who you really mad at? Whose choice is you really mad at, girl? If you had a real friend, she would tell you. But you don't. All you got is a fake book. Y'all know these brass track horns get me every time. I just wish they was black. No shade to them. You're looking kind of lonely, boy. Would you like someone to talk to? Oh yeah, alright. Yeah, so like I was saying. Coming up, I was confused. My mama kissing a girl. Daddy ain't around, probably out committing felonies. My favorite rapper used to sing, check out my melody. I wanna live good, so shit, I sell dope for a 4-finger ring. One of them gold ropes, both the next morning niggas stole my bike. Different day, same shit, ain't nothing good in the hood. I run away from this bitch and never come back if I could. Hated to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. Okay, sorry about that. Y'all know what it is. I ain't finished this. Love the Brooklyn. All good. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. On TV, I'm a G, don't fuck with me, cause you gon' see. And calm down, there's so much to do. I'm not cool, this is not cool. This is not cool what I'm doing. And nobody got time for an impromptu jam session. Then again, who schedules for those things? Ooh, here we go, another round. Compliment what she does. Sing her roses. I'm letting you know, fellas, just because. Dedicate her favorite song and hold her closer all night long. Love her today, find 100 ways. Don't you forget, don't forget, there could be an old lover in a memory. Maybe she has it in her mind that she's just wasting her time. Have you thought about that? Listen. Being cool won't help you keep a love warm. You'll just blow your chains. Sacrifice if you can. Buy some moonlight to wear. Unless you can't afford it. Then buy her just some moonshine to drink instead. In your arms tonight, she'll reflect that she owes you the sweetest as the best. She wants to pay. You let her come to that conclusion. Don't you make her feel like she owe you shit though, because that's not the answer. In your arms tonight, she By that I just mean reciprocation. Free game, take notes. Hey. That's 100. About 10. Telling you to love her today. Find 100 ways. 1,000 if you're nasty. Oh, love her, 100 ways. Hey, yeah. Oh, yes. Word. Black love. Oh, damn. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna try to get this together. See, I'm gonna have to break that whole ass section of this video out as a random ass jam sesh. I just stole an hour from myself. But if you're gonna steal an hour from yourself, make it joyous. Make it joyous. In this world that we in, if you're gonna steal an hour from yourself and you stole it enjoying whatever that's positive and or not destructive. Because some of the music y'all like is not positive whatsoever. But you're enjoying the music, so you're not being destructive. So, as long as it's for something joyous, I guess in essence that is constructive because it's healthy. Happiness is healthy. So, that's constructive, right? Right. So, I'm going to cut that little clip out. And I'm going to edit that little clip. I'm going to edit that entire section out. And share my joy with you. Because why not? Who couldn't use it? And if maybe you can't use it. Maybe you can't use that kind of joy in your life. And if you can't, I swear spirits be walking around with me. But if you can't use that type of joy in your life, technology comes with an exit button. And you could click on it. And guess what? It's voila magic. It's magic. Like voila. You can be gone from here. And it's easy. It don't even take no time to work. Click the exit. And bye. Girl or boy? Girl bye? Boy bye. What was I talking about? I was telling y'all about shitting. Oh, I stopped with the Shark Tank product. And I'm not going to tell y'all the name of the product just because, well, it's for your health. Never mind. I wasn't going to tell you just because I don't know if they're racist or not. And the reality is they might not be. So it's a Squatty Potty. Most of y'all already knew what it was before I showed it to you or even told you the name of what it was because you probably heard of it by now since it probably got viral. On the other hand, it might not have got viral amongst black people because they be keeping little secrets like shit like that from us to keep us unhealthy. But if you're young enough, because, old people can't all get their legs up like that. But if you're young enough, and there are 80-year-old people young enough, because like I said, it's an ancient means by which people have been going to the bathroom in countries like in India and China for centuries. So if you're still flexible or functional, because you don't have to be super flexible. If you're still functional, you can get your knees up like that. Shit like that every time. Shit like your life depends on it, because it does. It's called waste for a reason. You want to get that shit out of you. Figuratively and literally. So, yeah. Mr. makes fun and says, woo! Oh, that wouldn't have been good. My step stool. Oh, man. The grip is loose on my step stool. Oh, that would have took me out. Oh, that would have took me out. We're getting older. Just last night, Mr. had to leave. He left work late, but on his way home, he got a call. He had to go help pick his dad up. Last time they had to get an ambulance, but they needed to get that ambulance. But, when he falls, it's hard for them to get him up off the ground. So Mr. had to go. And thank goodness he was available. He had to go help them get him up. And having that happen as recently as last night, it made me flash. It made me flash into what could have just happened just now. But anyway. And I was telling him how even when I actually sit down on the toilet, if while I'm taking my yoga breaths, because it's still a lion's breath, but it's a relaxed lion breath. I'll call it a relaxed lion breath. So when I'm taking my in through the nose, out through the mouth, relaxed lion breaths, sometimes I can encourage the progression by rubbing my heel against that part of my back, just above your booty cheek, where it was paining you when you were laying in the bed with this behind it. You can feel where it is. It's hard to explain or show physically, but rub my heel like that. I'm actually feeling a little activation just rubbing my hand like that. And so he makes fun and says, he's like, "Oh, did you rub one out?" So that's our inside joke. Well, I might come in there and I might tell him I just rubbed one out. And that's what we're referring to. We're referring to me taking the shit. I have to say me specifically because he doesn't have to do that. So many men are like clockwork. So many men. I knew this one guy when I was and one of the managers where I was working at the advertising firm where I worked, she would often take us all out to a buffet. Not every day, but often enough. To where everybody know if such and such is taking everybody to eat, we all know you going to the buffet and you can get whatever you want, okay? So she did that for the community, for the community of professionals that we had on deck. And so this dude, he would be the first one there. If he knew that trip was happening, he's going to make a way. If he's in the middle of something, he's going to stop it, and he's going to be able to, because he's one of those guys, one of very many guys that all of us know, one that can eat. He can eat. And let me tell you about how he went about getting her money's worth. He would, let me tell you, if I was treating people to a buffet, I would want him involved. You understand me? Because he would make it worth it alone. This dude could get in line and pack his plate up. Bitch, eat everything on it. Maybe go back for a little, maybe he didn't get enough of something too. Eat everything on it. That's his big ass meal. He would belch. He would go to the bathroom and he would come back and he would laugh about, we would all laugh about him going for round 2 because the gag is he had at least 3 rounds. So that meant, and so I used to fuck with him about, I used to be like, well, you done had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because he had 3 meals. Let me tell you, he would come in and eat all that food. And he would go he would belch. That's how I guess that's him emptying the tank. Emptying the tank. He would belch, go to the bathroom, come back. Do it all over again. Big ass plate of food. Like he never had the first one. Get down. Belch, maybe not belch the second time. Maybe though. Go to the bathroom. And this brother would come back for round 3. Pile up that plate. Like he didn't ever do that. Like he didn't pile it up the first time or the second time. Like the first time and the second time never happened. And get down. And I don't know if he couldn't have done it a 4th time, but just by the time he's on his 3rd plate, of course, everybody else is done and we're leaving the joint. But now that I'm thinking about it, this was so real. I wonder if he could have done it a 4th time. Like I wonder if somebody paid to take him to a buffet all day. Could he just do it all day? Look, in my middle age, I am so jealous of those levels of regularity. I don't even know what to do. Mr., of course, and most women, most wives and most women who live in a house with a man, there's a man that's in their house or that they know, gets up like clockwork, maybe gets home from work like clockwork, go to the bathroom. People that go to the bathroom sometimes 3 times a day. How do y'all do it? And I guess my awe is the same y'all had for me when you were like, how do you not do it? How do you not go to the bathroom? Like, where's all that food going? Not that you ate a lot of food, but if you haven't gone in a couple of days and I go 3 plus times a day, of course, naturally, I'm sure they can't imagine what our lives is like. And it was never a thing to me. Like, to me, constipation was like, you know, you're straining, you have to go and you try to push it out, nothing works, you can't get it out. It's hard to get out. That's what I always thought constipation was. But in my troubles, as I've gotten to be in a middle-aged category, I understand that constipation is not necessarily struggling to go or even having the urge to go. Because I never even had, I didn't have the urge, so it wasn't a problem. There was no problem. But if you're middle-aged and you're not going to the bathroom that regularly, that will collect itself in the form of fat, and it will affect your functionality, and it will make you more prone to conditions and diseases and what have you. And you don't want no parts of none of that. That's why people encourage you to do things like go plant-based. But me, I'm a no extremes type extremist. Like, I'm extremely in favor of not doing anything in its detrimental extreme. It ain't rocket science to me, but I know what planet this is. So, and most definitely what country this is. So there's that. But I have my own colonized issues, such as my sugar addiction or sugar, carbs, whatever. But I work against it by being significantly plant-based. Balance. It's balance, bitches. Balance is the key. Because what you're not going to do is make it seem like there are no vegans that get cancer. Vegans get cancer every day, just like carnivores do. But all any of us can do is all we can do within our, and I encourage you to do all you can do within your means. Again, balance within your means. Okay. Class dismissed.
Powering on.
Yeah, I told him. I know, you're fed up too. I'm powering off too, girl.